We are now continuing on page 33, and I am going to discuss the subject of color palette with you. We are not going to go into great depth, but just some quick and convenient things that will really help you to work. Okay, well first of all, I am going to undock this palette from here and move it down to the bottom. Now remember, if you are in X6, you have to, from X6, I want you to go to unlock the toolbar, so if you can see a little tick, click on here to unlock, and you know you are unlocked because you see all these dots at the end of the toolbars. Click on the little dot and pull it down. Grab the title bar, and I will just drag that down to the bottom, and now I have topped to the bottom. Well, the first thing I am going to do is increase the display of the number of rows, because to see the rest of the colors, I have to click on the little fly up there to just show all of the colors. So I want to see them all on time. So now click on the little button here, go to Customize, and the maximum number of rows is 1. Let's increase that to 2. Click OK. So now I can see all of the colors within my default CMYK color palette. Now remember, you can have multiple palettes open at the same time. For example, I come to Window, Color Palettes. I could open an RGB or Paint Tunnel or whatever I want. There is a lot to choose from. Click Open Palette and navigate and find some of the others. For right now though, what I'd like to do is open the Document Palette. Now this is brand new to CorelDRAW X6, so you don't have this in earlier versions. When you first open X6, you will probably see this palette, and it will probably be blank. Most likely you have closed that and you no longer have it. This is how you get it back. What is the Document Palette designed to do? It allows you to, 1, either put all of the colors within your actual design into this palette, so that when you save your document, you have got a full reference of colors and you maintain the integrity of your document. Or, alternatively, I'm going to use it myself a little differently, but remember this, there are a couple of options as to how you populate this palette with colors. If I have Automatically Update, select it, well, every time, for example, if I click and drag and I didn't say click on this color here, and then I click, and then this color, and then this color. Now right-click over here. As you can see, the palette automatically is filled with colors every time I utilize a color. Okay, that's not how I want to do it. I am going to delete that and click again. Come down to Edit Color. Simply hold your finger on Shift and select them all, or Control and select one at a time. Delete color and go back to blank again. There is another way. Let me grab my pick tool again if I have, and don't forget Automatically Update is on at the moment. I don't want that on, so I am going to turn it off. If I were to add from Document, give that a second, and CorelDRAW will control all the colors existing in the present document as it exists now, and it will list all those colors for us, and we can choose to add them to the Document Palette if we want, or just a range of them. Click OK, and that will all be added. I don't really want to do that right now because I am going to use it another way. This is the way I am going to use it. First of all, dock it over here on the right-hand side, and then I am going to take these two deals we have got here, and I am going to show you how I would use it. I don't know which one of these two that you would say is correct color-wise, but let's just assure you that the one on the left here is the accurate design. Well, if I take her and I simply hover over to the Document Palette, wait for that palette to appear and let go, then automatically the Document Palette will fill up with all the colors inside of this piece of clip art. You can do the same thing with bitmaps. Anything that you have on your screen, drag it over the top of your palette. All the colors within that will appear in that palette. Or you may be asked to choose how many colors, because there must be hundreds in it, for example. So, what's the upside here? Well, let's say that our client has given you a piece of clip art and you put that into Corel Draw, and I say I want you to work with only those colors. Well, simply drag that into Document Palette, and you know that you are safe so long as you only work with these colors. Isn't that so cool? Now additionally, if I want to add a color to this palette that doesn't exist on my page, but I have, say, some CMYK values, well again, select my image, Uniform Fill, so Shift F11. Now let's just say that I know that I want to have 20 and 5 and 62 and 18. Okay, let's just say that this is the color that my client wants me to utilize. Okay, it's this color right here. Well, I can easily add this to my document palette by, if I have got multiple palettes open, use little drop down, select a document palette, and click at the palette, and there it is, right there, just appeared. So again, it's another way to build up your customer's colors within the palette. If he sent you a piece of clip art and you just want one color, we put this into Corel Draw, use the eyedropper tool, and that's a shame. It's one of these down here. I can click right there, my palette goes to that color, and I click at the palette and it appears right there. Now if you are on X3 or X4, when you click at the palette, you'll find it will actually be added to your default palette whenever you have got it open. At the moment, it might be a CMYK RGB palette, but it will be added there, okay. The document palette is brand new to X6. Okay, always remember that you have to break apart, or ungroup, I should say, a particular piece of clip art like this if you want to color specific sections. The last thing I want to show you that is really handy now on X3 and X4, you can select any color on your palette. Click and drag and you can move it to another location. However, here in X6, we can't do that without the default palettes because there is a lot. We can do it, however, with the document palette. Now here is what I mean. I can rearrange this one wherever I want. For example, black out there and dark gray. Make it a larger gray and the white. See it? It's a line underneath where it's going to go. Then I might want to go and say red and then to oranges. See if it is any more. And then I might like to go to yellows. So I will go to yellow and see what. I will go ahead and I will finish putting this, setting this panel up. Panel, I think it should look. Okay, and that's kind of how I would arrange that palette. I just wanted to show you. You can put your colors in blocks, however you want to do, etc. So it's another advantage in that as well. Now that I have created a color palette that has all the colors of my primary fill in it, well, that makes it a lot easier to color this one, doesn't it? For example, let's say I want that green into this image. Well, I know that's most likely going to be that one, and that looks about right. And again, with the red lipstick there, and of course you could follow this process through, which is what I am going to get you to do next. I want you to follow what it is that I have shown you here. And basically, what I want you to do is to follow. Open your document palette, up to Window Color Palettes, Document Palette, open it up. If it has any colors in it, I want you to delete the colors. I then want you to redock Standard Palette down the bottom here. Display 2 rows, then I want you to take her and copy her over the top of the palette. Get all of the colors and then drag those colors and drop them onto this image and recolor her the same as her. If you want, also go ahead with the Uniform Fill dialog box and add another color into the document palette, just so that you familiarize yourself with it. And hey, why not rearrange all the colors as I have done as well? It's a tremendous experience to do it. Well, that is it for this lesson. There is quite a bit to do and learn, and you will find it valuable in the future. The next lesson, you are just going to hate me, because I am going to show you a quick way to do all of this. Okay, see you in the next lesson.